Alrighty, back online. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about the viewers. If you're just joining me, I saw the viewer count tripped there a little bit. Oh, now it's 0. Haha. Good old Twitch networking. It's probably not accurate. But if you are new to the stream and watching, doing some Dauntless runs, I don't think Dogma's seen the game before, so I've been explaining parts of it to him. He's definitely been commenting. Some of the fights are long. I haven't been getting match made with particularly good groups. So they've been dragging out a little bit, and I've been having to do a lot of revives. I am by no means a top-tier Dauntless player, that is for sure. I'm on the Pangar Hellion Stormclaw tier. Currently hunting a Stormclaw, who you can see out there in the distance. 1, because I need the tails. 2, because I have a quest to stagger him 3 more times, and I play Warpike, which means I never stagger. So unless I get grouped with a hammer wielder, I get hosed. But here we go. Oh, I should flare that up. Boink. Charge! Missed. And he's going to drop fencing. I don't even know if I need to take out this fencing. Probably not, because I'm just a sitting duck for him when that happens. I did not mean to put that... wrong button. That's fine. Maybe somebody will make use of that, but I just wasted a life spring pylon. Come on. Come on, you overgrown ape. Now, that's right. A little bit of a delayed knockdown. That's alright. I am doing terribly right now. Again. Oh, I knew. I'm sitting there telling myself he's going to charge. He's going to charge. I should not stand here. I rolled. Somebody is dead already. That does not bode well for this fight. I have Stormcloud. Let's see if it's a problem. Not for me. You missed, you big beast. Here we go again. Uh-oh, headphone battery dying. I'm gonna have to replace those in a second. I should have some time. Maybe we can make him run before I have to replace the headphone batteries. Ouch. Problem with Stormclaws, I cannot get a consistent bead on one leg or one limb, so I kind of have to poke them all. It's my job to wound them all. Missed me. I didn't miss my group mate. Oh, I've got the lightning bolts this time. And no stamina to dodge. That sucked. Health potion. Health potion, come on. I needed to roll instead of look for him. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ah ha ha ha. Miss me, you big ape. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Miss me again. Didn't miss me that time, though. Ah, whoop. Missed me. Missed me. Oh, we got it too quick. Oh, come on. I dodged. But I'll take it. Oh, my lord. Parts are just breaking off of him. And the tail. Somebody's doing their job. It's not me. Hi. I'm going to build another fence. Nope, he's going to lightning bolt. And I'll just eat one. Go nuts! Make that shot. Bam! That was me right there. Broke that leg. I feel useful. Aw, he ran. Alright, changing my headphone batteries real quick because it's beeping at me. There we go. I hear the music. That means he's nearby. He's not off that cliff, though. There he is. Bonsai! Oh, Ashley. And I stand there and eat a tail to the face. Save my group member. I'm gonna be lame and loot these real quick. Because I need the dash leaf. Oh, there's an Omni Stone there too. It's just tempting. It's just tempting. Ooh. Finally got a good series of hits in. Yay, he's wounded! I did my job! Man, somebody is a part-breaking machine. Because we keep getting parts broken off of in this fight, which is great. Here we go again. Storm clouds. Missed me. To the face. Whew. Alright. Alright. I don't know if there's anything left to get on him. Except death. Bank those spear shots. Got greedy. Got greedy. Ouch. Now we're just being dumb because we think we've got this in the bag. Did he run again? He ran again. That's annoying. He has got to be a couple hits from death. We're crushing him. I am going to heal up once here. Save the rest for my teammate. That's a limited resource. It's unfortunate that Mischief had to go because I was enjoying Hunt Showdown. If you're joining my stream now, we were playing Hunt Showdown earlier. That is an adrenaline pumping game, but I will not play that alone. I guess I could try, but I'm not the kind of streamer that can carry a two-person unknown team in that. Let's see. I'm going to stay at range for this. I can unload. Couple of shots, get some damage out there from range, nice and safe. Here we go. Ouch. Aha, yeah, we're like, he ran when he had like 10 hits left. Wow, alright. That's hilarious. My rank A, team rank S plus B. Oh, I'm still doing better than the team. Okay. I will not object. I will not object at all. Glint Tooth, Static Eye, Capacitail. Yes, I can start working on the chest armor. Progress is being made. Slow but surely. Myself a high five. Alright, streamers. I'm not sure if I should keep playing this or not. Probably not. It's been a long afternoon. It's like an hour of watching me kill Stormclaw over and over and over again. I wish I had more Ascension XP in EQ2. I could keep that grind going. Bam. And I'll get 2 upgrades and then they'll be like, denied, you need another tail. Yeah. Why? Why does it need so many tails? I wonder if it's better than what I'm currently wearing now, though. It is, finally. Okay. Oh, but I'm going to lose the medic. I can always disenchant that. Alright. My EQ2 character name that I usually play is Dacedin? I think that's right. Yeah, that's the channeler's name. D-A-C-E-D-I-N on... oh, man. Whatever the big server is. I can look at it real quick. Actually, I wonder... Not Halls of Fate. It's a different one. Majdoul, I think? I'm checking. See if it comes up. got to deal with this gear too. If I put that on, that actually doesn't look terrible, does it? I could not change the look of that. But I don't know if I can live without my armor being skinned. Let's go with the guard commander's jacket. And we'll change the way that looks. Get that to the color scheme I prefer, which I believe is primary blood red. Yes. No, that's not bad either. Let's go blood red. And secondary color, I like tan. There we go. Let's see what server. I think it's Match Duel. It's funny, I don't check anymore. I just log in and go. Match Duel is the server, yes. And it is Dayston that I play all the time. It would be spelled... I'll just put it in the chat. And my secondary character that I play all the time, or used to, but I haven't touched in the new expansion yet. That's my swashbuckler. Well, I actually made gear progress, which always feels good in a game like this. It's been a while. Did I make quest progress? No stagger. Only 3 more. It'll only take another couple hours. That is a gating quest too. If I don't complete it, I don't unlock some additional content. Tame the Tempest, patrol the Maelstrom 5 times. Don't wanna. You know what? I think to end the stream, I am gonna log into some EQ2. I got plenty of quests, so I'm not too worried about the XP. But I already fired up the patcher to check. So switching over to some EQ2 to finish it out. I will update the stream just in case anybody comes by actually looking for Dauntless. They will not find it. Probably going to need the EQ2 Wikia up. Oh, that's making noise. Let's not have that do that. One thing I did notice is that the resolution I play EQ2 at is really hard to read on stream. So I might make a better layout for EQ2 in particular. Because the UI, I don't think I can scale the UI correctly. I can give it a try. But it ends up being really hard to read. I also shifted the stream output this time to 720p to be a little nicer to my friends on mobile. So I'm not sure how good it looks at 720p. It looks a little blurry, yeah. Yeah, that's a little rough. Not ideal for an EQ2 feed. I wonder if I can make an adjustment. I bet I can. We'll see. Do it real time on the stream. One option is to do UI scaling. I think every piece scales independently. I don't think there's a global UI scale. Yeah, I think it's each one. Icon size. Yeah. I bet it's on my bags. Each one's independent too. Oh man, there really needs to be a global setting for this. Let's try display. It says custom. If I do this, does that change the size of the window on the stream? No, it does not. That's interesting. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. All right. And then I can blow that up because I don't mind playing this in a smaller window. And then we can just take this stream window, blow it up. Like so. And then, of course, I got to put it behind some things. I think we're good with that. Get it behind the EQ2 logo, but that's excessive. But I can move that logo. Let's move that logo to someplace. No, had it. There we go. Now if we make this a little wider, it might fill up the background a bit more. Okay, we'll go a little wider on the left. Who's a streaming god? I'm a streaming god. I can make this work. Maybe. Maybe I can make this work. What did it do? I'm moving the wrong thing. We want the EQ2 window. There we go. Beautiful. And then I'm going to make this logo a little smaller. It does not need to be so excessive. There we go. All right, now it might be more readable for viewers online. And I just have to do a little bit of hotbar management to see my hotbars again. Let's get this. Can I unlock that window? Yep. Chat window does not need to be so damn big. Let's get the dissonance bar unlocked and moved. Put that right up here, and we're mostly good. Okay. And now it looks good for stream and a little less good for me. But that's alright. If I'm going to stream EQ2 at stupidly small resolutions, just doing one stream check, it's a little more readable. Then that's okay. It's still better than trying to show 3440 by 1440 in a game not designed for it on stream. Alright, I am up to the plains. Oh, that's through storms and mists. Upon hearing my description of Lennis Tivil's inexplicable behavior within the Crypt of Decay, Drizzle Rowe has become quite upset. We wouldn't want to upset her. She's pretty. She wanted to discuss the situation with other members of the Celestial Order, specifically Quellius, Moral Thule, Nathaniel Marr, and Karana. I smell decision by consensus amongst gods, which probably is going to take a few thousand eons. Oh, you're on Halls of Fate. Yeah, I remember you said that. I have moved my characters between servers many, many, many times. It only costs, a couple $100. I think they charge $25 a character to transfer between servers. When Karana failed to answer the summons, she became even more worried. She has asked me to enter Karana's Bastion of Thunder in hopes of providing any help. Ooh, I remember Bastion of Thunder from EQ1. You know what I didn't check last time? I did not check if my broker had made any money. Probably not. 11 plat. That's better than nothing. Yeah, all the other cases are empty. I should go through all of this at some point and reprice everything. Are all my bags visible? They're going to need to be if I'm going to do quests. Oh, you're a huge bag. Let's put you up here. Aha! I found a bag. That's bag number 1. We'll put you right over that. Put you up here. Okay. All right. probably can pick up more daily quests.
Well met.
These are solar. Well, I'm heading to the Bastion of Thunder, so I'll take that one. I'll take that one too.
Hello.
Don't want to do Plane of Disease again. Okay. I choose nothing.
Hello.
Didn't finish my other dailies. Alright. Quest guide. Over here, please, next to my EQ2 window. Yes, folks, I do not try to do these quests on my own. That would be foolhardy and take forever. Planes, I want through storms and mists. And mists. There we go. Use the portal. That's how these always start. Right up here. To the Bastion of Thunder we go. So, I don't think... Oh, man, I could tell a story about Bastion of Thunder in EQ1. When Everquest launched Planes of Power, I would say I was in a struggling raiding guild. We were mid-tier content in the previous expansion. Planes of Power came out and everybody had to level up, and man, that thing had so many, like every plane had a gated key entrance. And the Bastion of Thunder had a particularly gnarly set of quests that I was working through with a group. And I was camping the mob that dropped the key. I can't remember his name. And a bunch of other guild members showed up 5 minutes before we needed to kill it. It wasn't supposed to be a guild event. We were there to get a key for me, but because the guild showed up and it dropped a key, we actually gave like the key to a guild officer's friend who only played like once every 3 weeks. And the argument being that we could get more, but this person's never on, so this person should get the key while they're on. I remember being emotionally distraught, would be the right word. I had put hours into figuring that stuff out and getting to that spot and getting that mob to spawn. And there were 3 people in my group that played all the time that could have gotten that key. I wasn't even fighting for getting it myself. I just wanted that key to go to someone in the guild who was always on, because if one person had the key, everyone could zone into the zone. Speaking of zoning into the zone, it looks like EQ2 has decided to crash the zone server and not let me into the Bastion of Thunder. Perhaps it remembers that in EQ1 I never saw the zone, and it's just trying to taunt me. But yeah, you'll find when I'm playing old MMOs, I am full of stories. I put way too many hours into EverQuest. I managed, like, I think the 2nd or 3rd year I was playing EverQuest. I got laid off. I'm a software programmer by trade, but I had gotten laid off. First layoff I'd ever encountered. Spent almost a year out of work, and I spent that entire year, if I wasn't hunting for a job, I was playing EverQuest. So it was like, get up in the morning, around 8 or 9 o'clock, eat some breakfast, worry a little bit about bills I couldn't pay, hunt for a job all morning. Back then we didn't have things like LinkedIn, so I used places like monster.com. Somewhere around 11 a.m. I'd be done filling out resumes, doing job hunts, checking things up, answering emails. And I would just spend the rest of the day playing EverQuest. It's good times, but it also altered my sense of like what reasonable time commitment was for a video game. It took a while to remember that not everybody can spend 12 hours a day playing an MMO. Yeah, I think EQ2 has crashed on me trying to load that zone server. I don't think I can get through a stream without technical difficulties of one form or another. But then again, I'm playing an old MMO, so I'm not surprised I'm having some technical difficulties. Yeah, I think Dogma, even after I gained employment, it was go to work, try to get out of work as early as I possibly could, which is tricky business with my work ethic. Race home, play an MMO till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, get 3 hours of sleep, go back to work. And I do that for 3 or 4 nights till I crashed. Always tell myself next time I won't do it. But definitely those early years of EverQuest, a lot of time. A lot of time. When EQ2 launched, I had a girlfriend I had just moved in with. And our relationship definitely changed when EQ2 launched, because I brought my computer to her house. I hadn't brought it out of my apartment. And that's the first time in my life I ever had the debate of why is watching TV not considered a waste of time, but playing a video game is? Like, we got in an argument because I would game next to her in the living room on EQ2 while she watched her favorite TV shows like CSI. And the issue was not that I was in the room, it was that I wasn't doing something with her. And I was a little younger then, a little less sensitive. Didn't care as much. That relationship ended. Played a ton of Daok when EQ was going. So it's now the time I tell you, Dogma, that the conversation last night was about Camelot Unchained, which is doing a limited beta this weekend. Dakin, who is... I don't know if you've met Donna at work. But, yeah, Dakin's her husband, and I have been known to play some MMOs. Camelot Unchained is made by Mark Jacobs, who's the designer of Dark Age of Camelot, and it is his proverbial sequel to Dark Age of Camelot. It's not the official sequel because Electronic Arts owns the license to Dark Age of Camelot. But it is the same 3 factions, similar races, similar classes. Definitely made some changes to it. They kickstarted 2-3 years ago, but he's finally at the point where he's going to do a beta. And it's going to be the same thing, the realm versus realm combat. I'm going to go ahead and close EQ2 and log back in because I don't think I'm going to zone in. Game will be right back up in a second. Yeah, the company, his company that he's making it under is called City State Entertainment. And there's a relatively affordable entry point to get into the beta, but I think it's not going to be up for very long. I think he's going to leave it up for like a week for this first beta. And I don't know when the next one is. They launch sometime early next year, I believe. There will be progressively longer betas throughout the end of this year, going into next year. The biggest thing he's doing, from what I read, is there are combat classes and crafting classes, and they are very different. He's going back to the model where the crafting will require interdependency, and you will need crafters in your guild to make the best gear. Going back to the heart of like combined group content. It's not designed to be a Soul Wars game by any stretch of the word, which attracts me because I think the thing I liked about the old school MMOs was that they were not solo friendly, or they had a limited number of classes that could solo. Otherwise you had to play with other people. Granted, that increases the time investment, but I think I prefer games that build community. Let's try again. Like for me, well, there's all different kinds. There's hardcore communities and casual communities. I'm definitely less hardcore these days. Oh, I did zone in. It just didn't zone me over. Now I'm in there. Finally an art style that I appreciate. I hate the Plane of Disease and some of the other ones. got rolling thunder in the background. Nice. Can't compare it to the original Bastion of Thunder because I never got in there. Alright. Speak to Klodsag. I wonder where this is. Somewhere right next to me. Oh. Alright, Claude. Let's talk. Invader, you will die by Klodsag's hand. No, wait. I'm not an invader, I swear. You do not have the same armor as them, but you are not from the plane of storms. The writing in EQ2 is always amusing to me. Like, the NPCs are fine, but your character and the responses are all across the range of different hero types. Sometimes you're funny, sometimes you're heroic, sometimes you're evil. There's no consistency. Goddess of magic, she knows of this invasion? Karana did not answer her summons. She was afraid there might be trouble. You see now she was right. All of the storm towers are under attack and Karana's staff has been broken. It's not a staff I worry about. I need to help Karana. Then you must restore his staff. With it, he commands the storms to roil. He commands the winds to blow and the lightning to strike. This chaos was wrought by its destruction. Who would have destroyed it? It would have been thought it impossible, but it must have been the invaders. It happened soon after the attack began. Huh, they must be related. The Staff of the Rainkeeper requires the element from each of the towers. Frostbite, crystal, bead of polished crendicite, shard of glowing arc glass, and a funnel of iron shavings. I won't stop until I get the elements of the storm. Return to me, and I will remake a staff. Got it. Go hunt the foozle. Until I have the parts, bring the parts back to you. This sounds familiar. Head over the bridge to kill the primordial malice to spawn Gatekeeper Karatil. Take the left corridor to the west. The ground gets slippery. Only flat ground is slippery. Ramps are not. Alright. Is that a mob? Nope, that's just a cool graphic. Onward to victory! Do I have any Ascension XP? Oh, this bar is huge too. I should shrink this. Unlock window. Can I shrink? Haha, thank you for scaling. There we go. I have 2 million Ascension XP. That's not terrible. I'll get something for this. Channeler range is so fantastic. So, I made a comment last night, but I'm always amused at how much genocide you have to do in an MMO. It's kill everything. Lots and lots of things. It's sort of a trope these days. It's kind of loud in my ears. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I had the volume turned up from playing the Hunt Showdown where I need to hear everything. I do not need to hear 1,000,001 particle effects in EQ2. But I guess, plot-wise, I was killing primordial malice creatures in the other zone. So there's a connection. Story matters to people. We saved the Plane of Disease from these guys last night, and now I'm saving a Bastion of Thunder. A zone I never got to see in EQ1. Hello, Gatekeeper Karatil. Do you do something? Oh, wait, why are you mad at me? I just saved you. That's fine. That's fine. Does it say I have to kill him, head north and spawn, take the left? I guess so. Good night, Gatekeeper Karatil. Hopefully you don't have any one-shot mechanics I have to learn about. You do have a stupid amount of hit points, though. Alright. Activating elemental abilities, here we go. Oh, that looks terrible when it's blown up like that. Oh, I've got some sort of debuff on me. Clearing. I should move this window so people can see. This does not to be here. Let's put this over here. Ah. Alright, back to DPSing. This will take forever because I am a healing class. I'm going to zoom way out. I can't. Haha, there. Now you can see the mob. Normally I don't care. Normally I play like this and I don't give a crap. But people are on stream, so I want to at least make it interesting. There, we can do this. That makes him feel really tall. Oh, he's actually damaging me. I should probably cure that elemental thing on me. That didn't cure. That's a problem. There it goes. Every now and then I get surprised and the things almost kill me. Time to heal. Oh yeah, he's doing more damage progressively over time. I need to hurry up. Cure! I don't want to die. I can't cure that apparently. Okay. Nuke! Happy! Go, go, Channeler Pet! There we go. When all else fails, mash the DPS button. Is that an upgrade? Oh, wah wah. I need to get a soundboard and play wah 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 music when I get loot that doesn't upgrade me. If you're watching the stream, I've been doing a little bit of Blast from the Past EQ2 style. This is solo questing the signature quest line on the latest expansion, Plains of Magic. This is the Bastion of Thunder. On stream with me in chat is Dogma, who also has played a lot of EverQuest and old MMOs in the past. So I am not going to apologize if two old men wax poetic about when MMOs were grand. Feel free to pass commentary, even make fun of me for playing this game. I understand. But you can stop playing MMOs, but you cannot take Norath out of a Norath lover. And collections I will never finish. We're out of thunderstorms and into winter now. I took the left path. The ground gets slippery somewhere in here. Oh, yes it does. Oh my. And they said it didn't slide on the ramps. They lied. I'm just gonna slide around. It's still really loud game audio. If the noise or the audio levels are all messed up on the stream, just let me know and I will fix them. Always appreciate feedback on stream quality. I'm trying a new thing with the screen layout because I run an ultra widescreen monitor. And I decided to be friendly to stream viewers, reduce the stream to 720p, and put the game on like a 1080p resolution so you can at least see some of it. I realized the fonts were too small. This is actually going to be interesting. Must walk in straight lines, or I will slide off things and die. I'm always impressed at what they can do with an old MMO engine that still tries to put a little life into the gameplay. I wonder what, like, the people who work on the dev teams really, really have to have a passion for the game. I think work on, what is this, like a 12 or 13-year-old MMO now? It might even be older than that. Oh, he had friends. He needs to die. I'm glad I'm playing a class that can attack while moving. Or this would be annoying. 14 years old. Now I really do feel old. That would mean that this came out 2004? Yeah, that's right. Right after I got my 350Z. Yeah, oh, yep, November. Yeah, very much. It was. I think it was a Thanksgiving launch. I remember playing it over Thanksgiving that November. What do I need to do? Can I get to travel up around the tower? Drop the trash on the ramps. Where is the ramp? I'm not sure. We'll just go around. We're looking for a ramp. Lots of trash mobs. I probably don't have to fight these. But I don't know the zone well enough yet to know a better way. So, yeah. Just trying to think. Like, when it came out, EQ2 was such a wildly different game then. There was no concept of being able to like solo a dungeon like this. You could barely solo in the open world. these three monsters are grouped together in a little link group, and like the open world would be full of link groups of like 8 to 12 monsters. If you didn't have a Mezzer and a Stunner, you were kind of toast. I remember them changing all of that because World of Warcraft was so successful. Yeah, 3 weeks to get to level 20 if you had a party. I remember that. Where were we? We were good races, so we were outside Kanos. And I remember what an accomplishment was when we made it to that first dungeon outside the... not Black Barrow. But it was before you got to Thundering Steps. There's an old underground castle in that zone. And I remember running that, and I thought me and my friends were the elite of the elite because we could run that dungeon. And like the gear that dropped in there was like rusty weapons still. I think the other moment in EQ2 that blew my doors off of is still one of my favorite zones. Nectropos Castle, which was like around level 30, so probably sometime the following spring, like February. Because Nectropos Castle is still a giant puzzle where you have to do a series of quests. Everything is hidden. It was before the internet really had spoilers, so you had to figure everything out. Hey, Slav! Welcome to my stream. Yeah, Nectropos is, still, like, I would still put it up there in terms of MMO game design. By far, one of the best designed MMO dungeons. But I imagine it probably took them a metric shit ton of time to put that together the way they did. I think I was also enamored because it had lore in it, like the story was still tied to Ambassador Divin from original EQ1 Crushbone. Like Divin's Mask was in there, yeah. That was what we were in there, the Heritage Quest for Divin's Mask. And you had to complete that entire zone to get Divin's Mask. And the only thing that mask did was give you Dark Elf Illusion, I think. And I bet if I go through my Swashbuckler's inventory of Vestas, I have that mask sitting somewhere. Oh yeah, Slav. We started streaming maybe 3 weeks ago. After a couple of For Honor games, I realized there could be some humor in streaming our games, and there have been some hilarious moments caught on tape. Earlier today we were playing Hunt Showdown, which is a really good game. It's on sale on Steam right now for 25 bucks. But if you want to play hard as balls PvP games in a duo, highly recommend Hunt Showdown. Like, my hands are still sweating from that. But yeah, I decided Mischief has a friend over and he abandoned me for streaming today. So I decided to stream some old school games for some friends like Dogma. And EQ2 definitely quantifies as old school. I'm gonna get killed. Free heals for everyone! Alright, fine. We're gonna do this. And hopefully kill a bunch of them. Aha! Kiss my ass. Oh, there's a named in here. That's why I'm getting wrecked. Alright, I actually have to concentrate just a little bit. I do not know how to kill Inquisitor Barrow. No special stats or news according to the guide, so nuke. Yay, I can go nuts. We're just going to do that. Going nuts. Let's boost my damage output. It's very unentertaining to watch on a stream with really long casting bars. And again, EQ2 existed before streaming did. this is Everquest 2, and yeah, I don't know if Mr. broadcasted everywhere that I'm his stepfather. I am very, very happy he grew up a gamer. This is Everquest 2. It was interesting once. This is a very, very PvE-centric MMO. It is full of content. One of the reasons I like it is it's not World of Warcraft. I don't think that's an upgrade. Yeah, I know how you feel, Slav. I grew up with parents who didn't like video gaming at all. Oh, that is an upgrade. We're going to put that on the other finger. Let's delete that. Yeah, my parents were definitely anti-video game. They still are. They still don't quite understand the value of it. But that's okay. The one thing I made sure of is that I met a wonderful person who also loves video games. That's Mischief's mom. And if Mischief didn't grow up liking video games, I was prepared for that. But I'm very, very happy he did. Because I knew at some point I'd be able to play with him. There were a few years there when he was much younger, playing games like Minecraft with him was infuriating. It was only, I'd say, in the past 3 or 4 years that he started to care about getting good at video games and competing. Prior to that, he was like a squirrel. You play a video game with him and he'd just run all over the place. Look at everything. Never really care about winning. And it was endearing, but a game like For Honor would never have been his thing. Now I'm pretty sure he's better than me. Although I like to act like he's not. Welcome back, Dogma. If you're gonna get into EQ2, just remember it's a really old graphics engine. This game is dated. It also is the style of MMO where you end up with like... This character I think has 30 some odd abilities, these hotbars down here. I use about 10 to 15 of them. It's not... It doesn't have the sensibilities of a modern MMO where they tried to boil them down to their basic concepts. This is a kitchen sink MMO in the extreme. And you do have to prepare to put some time commitment in. You can't run a dungeon or a quest like this with 20 or 30 minutes. Probably takes, the first time you do one of these, it probably takes about an hour, hour and a half. Once your character gets good, you can maul through these. Like, you just grab everything and kill it all. But the first time you do it, you're balanced for the content. And you have to be a little attentive. I'm also talking on stream, so I am not doing max DPS. Blew out my dissonance bar, which is always going to slow me down. Let that cool off. I can't even see what I'm hitting. Oh, it's a little water spray. Okay. I kind of want Mischief to get back online so I can play more Hunt Showdown. That was fun. Something going on up here. This is ice. I'm sliding everywhere. What do I do with this thing? Use the teleporter. Okay. I guess that constitutes use in one of these old games. Okay. Kill a leafy chaos wind at the top of the tower. I'm going to assume I'm at the top, and this is just yard trash that I have to clear. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times playing this game. Well, I mean, I can't blame him. Diablo 2 is clearly the superior game, but Diablo 3 is not bad. I bounced off of Diablo 3 hard when it shipped because I played a warrior and made it to Act 3 Hell, and would just get one shot by the stupid wasps in the desert, while my friends playing all the range classes would be fine. Like, I had to build a resist build at the start of that game, and none of the gear I could get. Yeah, like having to buy it on the auction house for millions and millions. Not a fan. Really, really dislike the balance and the use of the auction house in Diablo 3. I hear it is much better, but I have a hard time going back to it. I think if I was to play an action RPG now, I'd probably play Path of Exile, which a lot of folks at work seem to really, really like. Okay, in-out joust vice. I'm not locked in here with you. I'm just reading up real quick on the strat for this guy. Stay inside the swirling wall of snow or die. I haven't played Path of Exile yet, but I've been thinking about it because everybody loves it. What is your favorite thing about it? Like, convince me. If I were to go play, what is the thing that I should play in Path of Exile? Oh man, we could probably get Mischief to play that. It does take a lot of time, I hear. It's a grindy game, just like all of the action RPGs. The wall is always inside the room, not necessarily near the named. Okay, stay inside the swirling snow wall or die. Back off. Let's see how well you scramble. Off the red circle before it disappears. Okay. The key is to slow burn, about 10 to 50%. Otherwise, there can be both white and red joust rings. Okay. I'm going to die. Yep. Yeah, Dogma, I've seen the massive skill tree and heard people wax poetic about all the crazy builds you can make playing it. And that seems to fascinate people, is doing all the theory crafting as to what makes a good build. Alright, I may get a little quiet because I have to pay attention. Okay, I have to stay inside this white ring or he will kill me. And then they're saying the key is a nice slow burn, which is good because I'm a healer. Oh, he actually hurts. I'm going to have to note that. He actually is hurting. Can I put up a... Oh, red ring, outside. That was close. Alright, back at it. Red ring seems to be closed. I'm actually going to save a lot of my DPS for my shield. Okay, he's popped the wall up again. I'm fine well inside it. A tremendous amount of distance I need to bleed off. There we go. Right, I'm going to slow down DPS or he's going to pop a red ring before I'm ready. He does look like a Centurion. I can't escape them. Even here, they hunt me down to kill me. Alright, get a little bit of... Oh, red ring! Get out the red ring! God, these old games, you can barely see it. I can't imagine what would happen if you were colorblind. I don't think that would be visible. We should be popping another flame here. Seems to be leaving me alone for now, so I will burn a little. Strike those. Another white wall ring. We'll just stay here, but now I'm going to go slow burn. Oh, crap sticks. He almost killed me. Run away! It's not so bad. This is like basic jousting in a MMO. Whoa, what's behind me? Oh, hey, he's got friends. No one said there'd be ads here. Ward up. Two of them together. Please die. I need you to die. Thank you. This one's far is filling too high. There we go. Death. Thank you. Woohoo! Still easier than the stuff I fought last night. That stuff was ridiculous. Yeah, knowing EQ2, you're right. It probably came on the Z-axis because everything comes from above or below you. Alright, he is dead. Take the small key. I did that. Get to take the small key from his hand to the chest at the bottom of the tower. There's a portal that takes you to the icy hall. A balcony you can jump from to get to the base of the tower. Okay. I guess that constitutes a balcony. And that constitutes a jump to the base of the tower. The chest spawns at a random location at the bottom of the tower. Dismounting and using a floated cloak or racial float can be faster because the ground is slippery. Well, I will stay on my mount because I don't have a float. Okay, not that way because that goes back up. Ugh. If you're wondering why my character's moving like molasses, it's because the ground is all frozen and I can slide. See? Ah! They do it just to mess with you. It's like racing a really crappy drift car in a race game. Where is said chest? Oh, I'm going to have to fight more trash, aren't I? That's fine. Let's make him go away until... There we go. Aha! Anybody see a chest? I see no chest. I see dismembered giants. That's pleasant. Oh man, are they this annoying that it's like all the way on the far side? One of these days, they'll learn that time is not the only factor to making quests hard in these games. I don't see it. The chest spawns at a random location at the bottom of the tower. This man uses the floaty cloak or rage cloak. Could be faster than running all the way back down the tower. I might not be at the bottom. That could be an interesting thought. This is one of those things where the first time you do it, you have no idea what you're looking for. And every time you do it after, you're just annoyed by it. I see no chest. I'm now going to look in every nook and cranny, because they sometimes hide this crap. Unless it's up the ramp? I don't want to go up the ramp. They said jump down to the bottom. Chest at the bottom of the tower to get the frostbite crystal. Chest containing frostbite crystal could spawn here. There's definitely no chest here. There's not a thing beneath me, right? No. Okay. Alright. We will keep looking. Are there other locations? One location for the frostbite crystal. Okay. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Be boring for my stream. It's okay. If you're joining me on stream right now, I apologize. We are on a widget hunt. We are looking... Aha! For that! That is what we are looking for. Upgrade? Not really. Not an upgrade. That crystal is what we need. There's a portal that takes you to the exit hall. Head toward the right east, toward the Tower of Stone. East we go. Along the way, kill Keeper of Past Lore. That's a great name. Here we go. Keeper of the past lore. Well away. Probably have to kill a bunch of other stuff on this side. Oh, finally the wind died. That was noisy. Now it's all quiet in here. Oh, so the other side was winter. This is probably summer. Got it. I love that I'm saving these giants and they just attack me too. I'm only here to help. Alright, fine. Using the big damage abilities. Because I can. Here we go. At least. Yeah, I mean, it's like an answer. Last night I was lamenting that a lot of the zone designs in EQ2 in this expansion are really uninspired and not fun to look at. This one I actually like. It reminds me a lot of old Everquest style and look. Feels more EQ2-y to me than giant open zones of pink landscape. Plain of Disease is definitely not my favorite zone in Everquest 2. I think probably my favorite zone in Everquest 2 now is still probably Karana right outside Kanos. Close second would be Butcher Block Mountains. At least for open world zones, you're talking about that Tropos Castle earlier, and it's still probably my favorite quest design. I'm trying to think if there are other zones that I really like. You know, Kingdom of Sky, Tenebra's Tangle. I really like the way that one flowed when we're leveling up. I'm trying to remember if there's a couple other places I really liked. Spent a lot less time in EQ2 zones than you did in EQ1, so every time I start thinking about zones, I start thinking about like Desert of Row in EQ1, where I probably spent 2 months leveling up. Stupid sand giants walking around that would one-shot your party while you were trying to level. What am I supposed to do over here? Along the way, kill the Keeper of Past Lore. It should be at this waypoint. All the way at the end. That's a long way. Okay. So I have to go out there and kill him and then come back. That's fine. We can do that. Go through my ascension to whatever. I only played a DPS class, this would go faster. Instead, we'll use the giant ascension abilities to try and get through some of this somewhat faster. Oh yeah, the sewers. So one of the things that enamored me in EQ2 about the sewers, man, I might even still have in my journal. In the early days of EQ, a lot of the quests came from like finding books. You open up the book and it would be nothing but like a long series of kill quests, but it'd be like, go into the sewers and you would just progressively go through, like, there's 3 or 4 levels underneath Kanos. I think these days people playing EQ2 don't even know that stuff exists down there. But there's like a 3-story dungeon underneath Kanos. Lots of hidden doors and original lore harkening back, like it's a whole Fippy Darkpaw quest line, which is great for people who played EQ1. Alright, I'm trying to understand where this expects me to go. I guess up here. Fippy's head is still a heritage item, I think? It's definitely some quest for Fippy. Still in EQ2. They haven't really talked about him much in a lot of the later content. I keep using my big abilities. I just want you to die. Thank you. Sandstorm Commons. I'm gonna have to clear my way up this tower one way or another, so I'll just do it. Alright. Trash, trash, trash. Mauling down the trash. Alright. Onward to victory. Or at least more trash mobs. There's this again. Hopefully that'll help. Takes forever to cast. Not optimizing my attacks. Downside to playing a healer is how long this takes to kill some stuff. You can't kill me, except maybe from old age. Speed run of this dungeon. This is be ideal. There we go. Made a lot of noise. Not sure what that did though. I can get by just fighting this one. Speed this process up a little. Boom! Good night. Sweet balls. Oh, he's got friends on the ramp. Did I do it? Yes! Aha! Move a little faster at least. Joining me on stream. I apologize for being a little quiet. I was just ruminating on old MMOs and playing EQ2 through Plains of Magic expansion. I'm on the Bastion of Thunder quest line. I'm about halfway through the Signature series, I think. One of these days I will get through all the content. I just have this thing I know EQ2 is not a modern game anymore, but I've got to always have a max level character that's at the end of the content. It's just a thing. It's Norath. You never know when this game might get good again, and I want to be prepared. I don't really mean that. I don't know if EQ2 will ever have another heyday. I doubt it will. But somewhere I have to have a max level character in Norath. For as long as Norath exists as an intellectual property. It's just, it means a lot to me. And I can enjoy it just because of the lore and the experiences they create. Even if some of the combat is a little rote and standard these days, I will admit that the game does not bring that much challenge with it. There are fun, enjoyable games that do more these days. But because it takes a limited amount of focus, it is something you can like play and put down and walk away and come back. There's also still really, really good people in the communities in Everquest 2. So you can still meet some fun people online and have a good time. Much like you can streaming or playing anything on Twitch. If you're joining me for the first time, I always appreciate feedback on the layout and audio and visibility. I've tried to tweak some things. Tried to lower. I used to stream at 1080p. I dropped to 720p after running some tests on my cell phone. I concur. But it's nicer to people who use phones. That did make things a little harder to read. So I played with my EQ2 layout at least, so it's more visible. Tried to get the resolution of it to something akin to like 1080 instead of my 21:9 aspect ratio layout. Hopefully it makes things a little more bearable, easier to see and understand. I always get annoyed. I have this giant wind-up AE for my Ascensions that takes forever to cast, and it doesn't one-shot them. It would feel better if it did. Because trash mobs is trash mobs. Sure do have me killing a lot of wolves. My way to victory. Go. Onward. If you've not played EQ2 before, I am playing a Channeler class, which is like an archer healer. It's the only time I've ever encountered such a class design, so props to EQ2 for having some balls to do some unique things, despite being an old game. I still have some pretty innovative classes that I haven't seen similar mechanics in newer MMOs. I'd say my other favorite healing classes, would be Vanguard Saga of Heroes. Oddly enough, an MMO designed by the original designer, Brad McQuaid of Everquest. I had a Disciple, which was basically a staff-wielding martial artist that only healed on hit. That was a lot of fun to play. I really missed that. That was a lot of fun to play that class. And then the medic in Wildstar was a lot of fun to play. Wildstar itself is a lot of fun to play. I'm really, really sad that that MMO never took off. I think it is in many ways superior to World of Warcraft, given that that was the game that was really designed to replace. Healer in that one had nothing but like ground target AE heals. And it was a pseudo-action combat game. So you had to run around constantly targeting the ground in a high state of rapid succession. trying to land heals on the tank and the group. No single target heals. No heal somebody's health bar to full. It definitely was a challenge and stressful. That might be one of the reasons why WildStar didn't do well. I'm not trying to make people play EQ2. I'm not like... This is not the best MMO ever. Welcome, Taken. There's a lot to get over in how old this engine is. Like, I mean, in all honesty, I don't think you need to play this game with the graphics. Just give me the hot bars and the mob health bars. It might as well be like a clicker game. The particle effects mean nothing. They don't tell me anything. But I do miss it, and I do like leveling characters, and I do like getting loot. And while no one is playing a newer modern MMO in a group of friends, I will play my old school ones. And I would never tell someone not to play EQ2. I would just tell them, go in with a bit of trepidation. There is some serious grind in front of you if you haven't played EQ2 in a while. And I mean serious grind. They have tried to create level gapping moments, but if you end up wanting a high-powered character, there's a lot of content that is actually pretty gated. Like right now they're running a summer ethereal event, which happens once a year, drops, let's see if I have an orange one. They drop these orange gems that are super potent, and there's a best in slot one for each class. For the DPS users, if you don't have it, you will not get a group. You are expected to have it because it's like 20% of your damage output. And it's an item you can get once a year during a special event on a random drop. That kind of stuff is kind of crap. And it's mainly because the game has been out so long. Certain items that grant percentage boosts end up being best in slot for multiple expansions. Upgrade? Please be upgrade. Not an upgrade. I am pretty much gear tapped, I think. I think I just killed the Keeper of Lore, right? Yeah, I mean, he was holding the book. Garker Sandstorm. Alright, let's see if I can avoid these wolves to speed up this dungeon run. It's always nice when you don't have to fight everything. It's one thing I miss about my swashbuckler. I could just run through a lot of content. Death to wolves! Spam them all to death. Alternate between my AE and my pet's AE. There we go. Oh, I don't need it anymore, there's only one left. That is a better way to clear those. I should just mash those two buttons from now on. Hello, doggies. That is only things in front. That one knocked them off. That's better. Let's try to reposition. I guess that one's a cone ability, not quite an AE. Yeah, it's definitely a cone. It says AE, but it's a frontal cone. Lies! Die already. You're trash mobs. Go away. Almost to the last boss in this zone, and then I think I'm going to call it on stream. That is not the ability I wanted to use. What did that do? Aura of Crippling. Challenge construct will radiate mitigation impairment. Okay, that's not terrible. Maybe I should use that more often. Yeah, if you're joining me on stream, I'm playing some old school EQ2. Happy to see viewers stop by. You're not required to talk in any way, shape, or form, but if you would like to wax poetic about some of your favorite old MMOs, watching me play this 14-year-old one, having been an original Everquest player, there's quite a few people in chat that will happily talk about old MMOs. Everquest 2, Daok, EQ1, yeah, World of Warcraft if we have to. There are some really great early MMOs, and EQ2 does remind me of them quite a bit. I mean, to be fair, I gotta stop thinking of EQ2 as a recent game. This is 14 years old. 14 years old. That is a long run for a video game. And they still produce an expansion every year. And they still sell it at like $90 a copy, and people still buy it, like me. Pretty sure those people are just paying for nostalgia, but yeah, I admit it, I pay for nostalgia. This looks like a special fight. Any hints from the quest guide? It's at the top of the tower. He has a black screen curse and a big power drain. Yeah, that's right. WoW shipped at the same time. World of Warcraft is 14 years old as well. It is hard, so hard for me to remember that these games are not new anymore. Take the small key from his hand to the chest at the bottom of the tower. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. There's no guidance. I'm going to guess I don't want to go into that violent sandstorm. There's no reference to it here, so let's just avoid the big tornado. Can I just dodge all these guys? I can. That's hilarious. There I am standing there worrying about it. Oh, I got one. Let's fight him here and hope he doesn't have a knockback. He's just trash. Bye-bye, trash. Alright, these two guys, that's the named. Okay. Let's kill one of these so I have a clean run. Assuming he has no knockback, I will be fine. If he has a knockback, I'm as good as dead. I'm standing on a bridge. Trash is trash. Yeah, I'm going to clear this guy too because I'm about to fight an aim. That'll give me some room. Old MMO habits die hard. It's hard for me not to clear the entire room before clearing an aim because of the number of times I was killed in EQ1 by the trash while fighting the names. Everquest 2 is old, but new enough that it has some modern sensibilities and friendliness associated with it. It's definitely... Oh, I don't know if... a big power grid. Okay, so... cure that curse? I can. Oh my gosh. Alright. He actually hits really hard. I don't know if there's anything I can do to mitigate his damage output. There, I can reduce his fervor. That'll help. Take it down, big guy. And also keep my damage shield up. His power drain doesn't seem like that. Stats a little bit. Just make sure I get my damage shield back up. What does this one do? Reduces elemental damage. Drop some wildfire on him. See if that helps. That took a good chunk off. Torrent of rain. Here we go again. Healing up. Curing curse. Oh no! My cure curse is not ready. There we go. Woo! Oh, lost target. That's never good. Stay alive! I actually have to use heals. What gives? out of high damage abilities. Gotta muscle through this last speck of health bar. Victory! Oh, you know what? I haven't been opening those planar reward crates. I wonder what's in those. Take the small key from his hand to the chest at the bottom of the tower. Okay. I don't want to go back to the Coliseum. I want to go to the bottom of the tower. Oh. Good thing I got his key. That would have pissed me off. And now we look for his chest. Oh, that's right. There's going to be trash mobs down here. Silly quests. At least the floor's not frozen like it was last time on the other tower. That was annoying. Now begins the foozle hunt around the building, just because we need to extend the time. At least I found this one without making 5 laps like I did last time. Oh, what is that? Gear I can't use, of course. It's the bead I needed. I have to go back up to get out. I think. What's faster? Actually, it may be faster to go this way than it is to go up. Hopefully I can get out this way, or I'm going to waste a lot of time running. But if you're joining me, thank you. I appreciate people showing up on the stream. If I'm showing anything of any interest whatsoever, you care about old games or new games, I stream a lot of them. Normally I'm online with Mischief, my stepson, and we're playing games together. But he abandoned me today for friends. How dare he have a social life? So I decided to switch over to some old school games. I've got some friends that float in, like Dogma and Dakin. And we all can get a little teary-eyed and wistful about these old MMOs. And I've been playing some EQ2 lately, just to get caught up. So I thought it'd be fun to stream a little bit of it. See if we can attract any mayflies that talk about old MMOs. It's hard for me to believe that, like, the thing for my generation for being old, like the sitting around as old men at a table drinking lemonade or coffee or beer, the thing to discuss is MMOs. And my grandfather sat around and talked about old cars or baseball. What I do is talk about video games. And not new ones, old ones, you know, like Doom, Wolfenstein, the original Quake, the original Test Drive, King's Quest, that kind of stuff. I entered the tower. Return to the Coliseum of Valve. We can use the power. Oh, I'm supposed to go. I am going to do that entire second half later, but I did get some loot that I wanted to look at real quick, if I can find it. I don't see it though. Where would it go? My inventory is such a mess. It's definitely not here. Maybe. I'm blind. I'm just looking for some final loot before I log off. If I can't, I will hunt for it later. Because I both need to get dinner and really go to the bathroom, and I've been streaming for like 5 or 6 hours. This is what I get for having a messy bag system. I don't see it in here. I will have to find it later. I'm going to head right over to these quest NPCs, and I am going to call the stream for the evening. Thank you very much, friends, for stopping by. It was good to see. There is a search, isn't there? But I can't remember what it's called. Maybe my chat log shows me looting it. Direwolf, Direwolf, Direwolf killed. You confirm you want the loot twisted? No, it's only showing me the actual loot. Oh. Mantle of Sandstorms, Planar Transmutation Stone. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, it doesn't show me looting the, Fascinating. I could be imagining things. Because there's definitely nothing listed here. But it was like a crate. I got the Tears of Row. Planar Shard. Yeah, got the Infuser. Huh. Two extra Tears of Row. I doubt I have enough of those to buy anything from the merchant. 12. Ooh, I need a lot more. But I don't know what I'd search for. I don't... Because I can't see it in the loot log. There was just a little thing in the loot window said opening this might have something inside of it. But it's gone. Alright. I'm going to log out for the evening. Oh, magnifying glass. Just above the bags. I am blind. And that's hilarious that you know where it is and I don't. This thing? Window settings. Bag options. Is it on my character panel? Ah! But I don't remember what it's called. Press C. I caught up eventually, I swear. Loot, bead polished. The log doesn't show the name of the thing. And it makes me think I was imagining things now. Yeah. That's everything but that thing I saw, and it was in the same window as with the Mantle of Sandstorms, with this thing. Ha ha ha. That is alright. It is probably not an upgrade anyway. Alright, I am going to head out and say goodnight. Thank you everybody for joining me on stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Have yourself a good Sunday evening. I